It looks really difficult for Alexander Isak to leave Newcastle. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Footy Flash here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market, and today guys we touch on many things happening especially in England with the financial fair play deadline is at the end of the day on Sunday, so tomorrow, so busy weekend for many clubs, many things happening. But also what's going on for Chelsea, one more signing Matthijs de Ligt. Let's jump into it together, and so guys let's start with the Chelsea, because they are always busy on the transfer market. Keep discussing for Des Hall. With Leicester City, they have the green light from the player working on a deal with Leicester City. Let's see what happens there. While I'm recording, the two clubs are still talking, and then important also to update on other situations, including one more signing because Margu is a done deal from Barcelona. Hernan Celino will be a new Chelsea player in the next days. But overnight Chelsea had a new direct contact with Boa Juniors, and the agreement between the two clubs for the centre-back born in 2005 is imminent. The agreement on the money is done. It's going to be less than the $25 million is close. Chelsea will pay around $819 million with better payment terms compared to Trigger, and the relays close in one solution. But the final detail to clarify is Anello staying at Boca Juniors on loan. Boa Juniors are asking for him to stay one more season. Chelsea could concede 6 months, so they are negotiating about that, but it's just about the length of the loan for Aaron Anello to stay at Boca Juniors, and then Anello will travel to England. Let's see if next week or the following one for medical test contract signing until 2030. May United were never pushing in the conversations because Anello was focused on a move to Chelsea. And so now we can say that here we go is coming for Aaron Celino as next signing for Chelsea, and Chelsea are one of many clubs involved in all these discussions for financial foreplay cows in England, but especially the situation of Newcastle. Newcastle are looking for solutions. Let me tell you that next week we will explain what really happened, but Newcastle really had many conversations with many clubs about many players, so let's see the final solution. But Newcastle are talking to Nottingham Forest with the possibility to sign Elanga and send under or Minute. Both players have been discussed with Nottingham Forest. Minute has been discussed with Olympic Lyon made the best proposal for M. They were prepared to pay over €30 million for him, but Minute doesn't want to go there. He wants to stay in Premier League, and so also Everton and Brighton showing genuine interest in M, but still not paying what Newcastle want, so M for sure will be one to watch. Meanwhile, many rumours guys on other players too. Let me tell you that the interest of Liverpool in Anthony Gordon is absolutely genuine. We had rumours on several clubs for Anthony Gordon. I'm told that Paris Saint-Germain were offered the possibility to go for Anthony Gordon, but at the moment PSG have different targets in that position, different priorities. Here's a player they know obviously so well, but at the moment they have different priorities. Liverpool really considered that possibility. They had the discussion with Newcastle about Anthony Gordon. At the moment there is still no agreement on the value of the player, on how much Newcastle would require to sell the player, but for sure the interest is genuine, and what I'm hearing is that the player would be open to a move to Liverpool, so it really depends on the clubs. And then we also had many stories on Alexander Isak again, but as always mentioned, for Newcastle the only way to make it happen is with a world record fee, and at the moment Chelsea are not paying that money. The only way for Chelsea to reactivate an option was to include one or two important players in the deal, but at the moment it looks very complicated, and also I'm told that Howe is absolutely pushing to keep Isak at the club. His not intention to give the green light to his exit, so it looks really difficult for Alexander Isak to leave Newcastle in the final hours of this financial fair play deadline. Let's see what happens there, but for Isak again is complicated. World record fee is needed, and for Chelsea the only way was to include players, so at the moment looks difficult for Liverpool and Gordon. Genuine interest. They had discussions. Let's see if they will reactivate this option or not. Newcastle are trying to sell other players before Gordon if they can find a solution. Also over the weekend they tried to approach Milan. It was around Monday, Tuesday in a meeting between Newcastle and Milan. They tried to discuss several options. Newcastle like Malik Chow, so the idea was to buy Chow from Milan in July or August, and now maybe to include another player in a separate deal to Milan to help with financial play. They tried to discuss also about Kieran Trippier, but there is no agreement, and so with Milan it looks really complicated to make something happen, so let's see what happens. But for sure Newcastle are the club to watch in the next hours and days for the financial fair play situation, especially the situation of Minute. Newcastle really hope to find a solution as soon as possible. Manchester United keep working on the centre-back. We know that BRT White remains absolutely in the list, but at the Moment Everton insist on £65–70 million too expensive. Man United will still go for BR White, but for different value, not for that money, so it really depends on Everton. The player is Kiel on the move, and on Martha we had many rumours from Germany in the recent weeks. What we can say is that Manchester United in the last hours also reached out to the camp of Matthijs de Ligt. So Manchester United started contacts for the Matthijs deal. At the moment still no bid, still no direct negotiation with Bayern. Probably after the Euros this could become something really concrete between clubs if Manchester United want, but Man United took the information from player side that he could be open to a move to Manchester United even without Champions League football, so the league is a possibility for Manchester United, is a name they are discussing internally. They made contact also on player side. Now it really depends on what happens with the clubs on how much Bayern is asking. Man United don't expect Bayern to ask similar fee to BR White and Everton, for example. They think it could come absolutely cheap in terms of value because Bayern already signed Ito for that position. They are advancing to sign Jonathan Tah, and so the could be on his way out of Bayern, and the player is open to a move to Man United, so direct contact on player side, not yet on club side. But for sure we have to keep Matthijs as one of the options for Manchester United after they tried to bring in Jan Lartu, then WEA blocked the deal. 2 was in really advanced talks to join Manchester United from N with a player super kin. Then Manchester United started considering also other options. Brand White is still there. Dro is a dream target for Liverpool, PSG and Man United, but at the moment all these clubs know that Real Madrid remain the absolute favourites for Lendro. And so Matthijs could be an opportunity because he's a player who the manager knows very well, because obviously Aaron Hogg was with him at Ajax, and also important to say that Bayern could be open to the exit of Matthijs this summer, so they made contact on player side. And now we have to see what's going to happen in terms of potential negotiations, what Manchester United will decide internally. Man United also made contact in the recent days with PSG for Ugar, so they still have to send proper bids for Ugar for Z for the E. At the moment it's all about interest, internal conversation and conversations with the agents of the players. Let's see if Man United decide to activate these options or to go for other players. For example, for Brui they already bid, but the bid was rejected, so let's follow the situation. But for sure an interesting one, because Man United start moving also on player side to understand what's next on the market. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories from Anelmino to Chelsea. I want your opinion on Chelsea still moving a lot on the transfer market, and then Newcastle financial for play Isak, Gordon and the situation of Matthijs, who is the best centre-back possible for Man United. I want your opinion here in comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fate N.